Yes, people, welcome back to NAF. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget that button, because if you don't, then you might just forget. But we're going to be talking on a few subjects straight away. You know, we got Chelsea title contenders. We'll have a little bit of a debate on that. Hot topic, of course. Don't be jealous, Hooks. Liverpool's big contract boost to pretty much 3-4 players. And then Ange or Spurs at fault. I'm pretty sure Jay can give his 2 pence since, he's in the apartment, But what you man saying? It's Tuesday. It's cold as crap. We've got Champions League. Liverpool's at 5:45, which was interesting, I thought. So yeah.
Wait, it's 5:45?
Yeah, bro.
Oh wow.
Don't really see that for English teams in the champs, but maybe it's different. Yeah, Monts is just coming back from London. He'll be in about 5 minutes anyway, so he's just got home. But yeah, man. And Mike's is back on the show that he's supposed to be on, but now he's got a month off work. He can commit. So there we go, man. Mike's, you're a shameless fraud. You know that.
It's been so painful, bro. So you can't blame me in it. It's been painful, bro. Can we just focus on who is it? Liverpool versus Girona, fair enough. But RB Leipzig versus Aston Villa is the game of the day for me still.
We don't care about Champions League. We're not here to talk about Champions League. We're here to talk about your 130 chart. No, I'm joking. We're here to talk about the club that you dismissed.
Who's that? Liverpool.
Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea. Yeah. What's it? Maresca. It looks like he's using common sense in it. Like, I think all of us, if we see the squad that they've got, put in someone like Palmer down the middle. Who do they have? Noni on the right. It depends who's on the left as well. Neto. Sancho. I saw Sancho starting. Yeah, up front, Jackson. It's just the common sense things to do, and then once you use your common sense, obviously you'll get results, bro. That's what I'm really saying. Like, I rate them now, but I still think that they'll drop off though. Eventually, they'll drop off. Like, because
you reckon?
Like, yeah. When was the last time they were in a position to defend anything, bro? They might be fighting for the league, but I ain't seen them second for a while, so I don't know if Maresca can deal with that pressure. We'll find out, innit?
We'll find out, man. What are you saying, Hooks?
Right, I'm in the same boat. Like, obviously, I feel like you do have to give Chelsea their props. You have to give Maresca his props. Well played to him. Chelsea are having a stormer at the moment, but I think they're gonna. I think fall off is the wrong word. I don't think that they're gonna be in and around the title race come like March, April, May times, in it. I think
why not?
Because it's like all Chelsea fans like to tell me, it's like it's Maresca's first stint as a manager in the big leagues. He's only just joined Chelsea. They've got the youngest squad in the Premier League. We all know what having a young squad comes with. In the moments when it really matters, will they be able to maintain it? I'm not so sure. Not ruling them out. Like, obviously, it's football, innit? Like, who knows what could happen? But I just think when it comes to the business end of the season, there's going to be a lot of those games where it's like, oh, Chelsea should definitely win this game, and maybe they draw, or maybe they lose. So, yeah, I still think they're going to finish third. This is my thing. I said it from the start of the season. I still believe it now. I think they're going to finish third. The top two, I'd like to say, at the moment, Arsenal, Liverpool, but who knows what the table could be looking at? Looking like come game week, like, I don't know, 30. So just have to see, right? But kudos to them. I can always link up with the Chelsea man when it comes to punching up Spurs. You get it? That's where we find our peace. You get it? That's where you get it. Yeah, I see JC, you turn your head there. Yeah, that's where us man can link up. We sing the same songs at the ground. They all make the same sense because Arsenal and Chelsea fans can battle and beef about who's the best in London, but we all know who's the worst, blood. You get it? So hold that, Jay, man. You're a pussy old team, man. You losing 4-3.
Look at smiling.
Despicable, blood.
Yeah, you're gonna have that, Jay. You're gonna have that.
You can't say anything to it.
What to me, bro? Listen, bro. Listen, you're in. Listen, I'm living vicariously through other people at the moment. You're in third last time I checked the league table. Yeah. Below a Chelsea team that you fully dismissed. I appreciate when things are going badly, you want to punch down. Yeah, me, I'm more of a tiger uppercut kind of guy. You know, I don't like to punch on those less fortunate. When Arteta was in the mud a few years ago, you were all crying about how you were going through a rebuild. Just keep the same energy for those less fortunate than you in real time. Admittedly, things aren't going well for Tottenham right now, but let's not act like you're coming off a win this weekend. You're coming off not a great attacking performance, not closing the gap on Liverpool. Admittedly, we're in the mud.
We closed the gap.
We're in the mud, but your trainers are not completely clean right now. Do you know what I mean?
You're in the quicksand. That's what you're in. You're in the quicksand.
Yeah, it's not good for Tottenham right now. I'm sure we'll discuss it, but yeah, obviously, both Chelsea and Arsenal, they both beaten us. I think we've lost the last 4 games at home to Chelsea and Arsenal, 2 each. So there's not really much I can say, really. I just have to kind of hold it. I'm not going to offer any excuses. Chelsea won fair and square. I think it was a tight game, but they won fair and square. No excuses. You can argue the better team won.
Tight game.
I won't argue that. But yeah.
Tight game?
It was a tight game. I think, obviously, if Spurs weren't bozos, they could probably win this game. But
if I had wings, I'd be a
There's not much to say apart from the fact of Spurs just need to endure at the moment. Obviously, tactically, it doesn't look great. Player-wise, it doesn't look great. Ownership-wise, it doesn't look great. However, in the Premier League, you only have 6 months to a year to turn it around. That's how it works in the Premier League. You stumble on the right formula, you get it right, you can turn it around within 6 months to a year. It's never that deep. So, yeah, I'm keeping my own counsel. I'm keeping the faith, and we've got 3 games in 3 different competitions. Rangers this week, Southampton at the weekend, United in the League Cup next week. We win all 3 games. Everything looks a little rosier.
So let me draw back because I just thought I'd let you finish the segment. Tight game?
Yeah.
I thought it was a tight game.
What game?
Oh, the Spurs-Chelsea game.
You mean last year?
This year, I think it was a tight game. You know?
The one that happened on Sunday.
The one you played on FIFA?
Yeah, that was a tight game.
Why wasn't it a tight game?
I mean, it was a tight scoreline, but tight game.
It was a tight game. It was a tight game. It was a moments game. Look at it like, obviously, Spurs were 2-0 up. Let's not cap. Obviously, you can say Cucurella slipped for the goals. We can also say Spurs gave away terrible goals with the penalties. But Spurs obviously still, Sar's hitting the bar from a yard out. Solanke's must score that goal in the first half. Son misses a one-on-one at 2-2. Like, it was a moments game.
20 to 25 minutes, Chelsea were all over the gaff. But there's another 65, another 55, 60 odd minutes to play before full time. Do you know what I mean? Or 65 minutes.
Listen, I think Chelsea had a lot of the ball. Spurs were playing kind of counter. I think in the second half, Chelsea took control, and I think they were worth their 3-2 lead. I'm not saying they weren't. I think they came back into the game and wrestled control. I think they started well, and then Spurs kind of managed to get their noses in front, and then Spurs were looking good. Chelsea took the control back a little bit. First half was very end-to-end. Second half, I think Maresca made some changes, and Chelsea were on top. Got 3-2 up. But I still think Spurs had the capability of equalising, getting to 3-3 before they gave away another stupid penalty. So, from my point of view, I think it was quite a tight game. I think people will be like, "Oh, Chelsea were bossing this and they were playing through you that," and I was like, "Yeah," but Spurs were still creating a lot of opportunities, and Spurs were still able to counter Chelsea on the transition. So, I think XG wise, it was very close. I think it was like 2.91 to 3, and Chelsea obviously got 2 penalties. So, I think on another day, Spurs take a result, but I understand that Chelsea fans don't think like
that. 2 weeks ago on this exact channel, Jay shouted and Ches and someone said he'd beat us. Jay shouted at Ches and said he'd beat us. I think he meant that. Your scrubby team bottled a 2-0 season in, season out. You're the loudest. It's boring. And then Lai says, Tottenham need to endure for a moment. You probably meant forever.
Yeah.
I mean, do you agree with that statement, Ches? Tight game?
Nah, I don't know what Jay was watching. It's a shame because the thing is, when it comes to Spurs, Jay doesn't say a lot. When it comes to other clubs, he has a lot of speech. I call Hooks a poet, yeah, because the way he talks, I like Hooks' delivery, but Jay is really the poet. Like Jay's a lawyer, poet. He's solicitor. He's everything you want in a man to speak. You know what I'm saying Jay has all the chat for other clubs. When it comes to his own club, where's he watching the game? Going, it was a close game, brother. We literally, and you know what he said? He said a really poor point. So I'm going to question his football IQ. He said we gave away 2 stupid fouls. Do you know that happens, Jay? When your team is literally sitting back for a whole half in elite level football, this is what happens when teams sit back for so long. Chelsea literally from minute 20, like Kaz said, until the final whistle, dominated the game. Like literally, your chances came from, which always happens in our games if you watch us properly, are mistakes. They're not you carving out chances where, you know what I'm saying, Tottenham had a good style of play and all the rivals here could say, yeah, Tottenham played good, man. That was a good goal from Slanky. It was literally Chelsea's mistakes. Literally. Even the Arsenal goal they scored at home, that was Arsenal actually working the goal and making the goal happen. That wasn't a Chelsea mistake. I'll hold my hands up and say, yeah, Martinelli, maybe Sanchez could have done better, but cool, good goal. Tottenham didn't do anything. How is it, yeah? Okay, how is it, yeah? You have rivals who aren't Chelsea fans, 2-0 down, would all admit they didn't think Chelsea were losing the game. Do you know why that's the case? Because we're playing actually decent football, we're still creating opportunities, and Chelsea look comfortable. Now, if you'd scored 2 good goals, Chelsea got carved out, we're on the floor, the defense is moving mad, and you've made it 2-0, different scenario. But you, man, didn't look that good. How at 2-0 on my own live stream am I not panicking? Deep it. That's Man United. That's Man City. That's Arsenal. Game's done. Like I'm worried. You're gonna get bantered. Cool. Your club is just rubbish, Jay. And this is why I message you every single Saturday at 12:30 saying your club is crap. Don't get too excited this weekend. And I'll be doing the same thing this weekend because your club is crap. You're wasting your support. But everyone makes their life choices, in it. So it's okay. You can't change your club. It is what it is. But there's always Formula One. Tennis is always quite good. You should probably go down to your nearest club, play some, what's it called? What do solicitors play? Golf. That's what lawyers play, isn't it? Golf, all that stuff. It's not a sport. But when it comes to breaking down Spurs and supporting Spurs, you can't do either. Because where'd you get close game from? Am I going mad? You're meant to be sitting there going...
No, he didn't say close, he said tight.
But I said it was a tight game. I said it like first of all. I said it was no. I let you do your little I let you do your little monologue. I said it was a tight game. The interpretation of tight can be many things. Like as in like Spurs scored 3 goals and still had a host of other chances. When I say tight game, it's better maybe to say a game of margins because you'll say Chelsea were in control. Listen, bro, you can say what you want. I watched the game and I watched Spurs miss multiple clear chances, yeah, and still score 3 goals. Yeah, in a game where you don't think Spurs were very good, which you're entitled to think, yeah. But still, Spurs still scored 3 goals and had a number of other chances. Yeah, at 2-2, Son's going through on goal. Yeah, like I'm saying, it was a game of margins. Spurs give away 2 terrible penalties. Yeah, at 2-1, yeah, you're knocking on the door, but we're the ones who opened the door and let you through with that terrible tackle from Bazuma. Now, I'm not saying that Chelsea didn't deserve to be 3-2 up, but I'm also saying that Spurs really were very complicit in them being in that situation. Whilst I do agree Chelsea did play well. Like, so when I say tight game, it's like I think Spurs created more than enough chances and they did enough in the game to get a result. Whether you think that you were much better than Spurs and you duppied us and blah, 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 Spurs still did enough to get a result.
They didn't duff you.
It was
a Panenka.
I'm strongly there. I don't think you man played good at all. Like,
I think he played all right.
And I don't even think Chelsea played that good. And we still scored 4 in your gaff. Again. Jay, there's levels. Jay, there's levels. There's actually levels to this. We didn't even play that good. Gave you 3 goals and we still won. But then you're sitting here going, we deserve the result. That don't make sense.
I said we definitely could have got a result. We should. I don't think we should have left that game losing. like we did enough to be able to get like Chelsea were good. Spurs, we created enough. We had the chances. We gave away sloppy, poor goals. I still believe like even that same level of performance, but tighter at both ends, and Spurs get a result. Like it's not like that's just the way I look at the game. Whilst you'll be like Spurs were crap and this and that, I'm still like we still had lots of clear chances. We still gave away 2 penalties. I'm just tightening up each end, even though the middle wasn't even great. That's as simple as that.
You still
I'm not
scored some good
I'm
goals.
not saying like you guys
actually
interpret the game differently. I'm like, I don't think Spurs played particularly great, but Spurs still did enough to be able to get something out of the game.
At your own gaff.
Jay, we scored 4 goals at your stadium, and you're telling me you deserve the result.
I didn't say I said we definitely could have got a result. We shouldn't. I don't think we should have lost this game. Like even
honestly, talk to the panelists. Don't talk to me. Explain to them because I'm a rival, right?
Right,
where did you deserve to get a result? Tell these three. Don't tell me.
I'm saying that Spurs created enough chances to get a result in this game. Yeah, Spurs gave away 2 terrible penalties. That's notwithstanding Chelsea missed chances, but Spurs gave Chelsea 2 goals. So Chelsea can argue, Kukurea slipped. I'm saying the body of the performance that Spurs gave up was enough to get a result from this game. Yeah, but they made very bad mistakes and they finished poorly. Chelsea can make other arguments similarly, but that's my point. I don't think Spurs were fantastic.
Yeah,
they could make the same argument though.
Of course.
Because it ended 4-3, Jay saying this, that scoreline does not represent the game. It's a fact.
Yeah, it doesn't. Not for me, anyways. I do understand that. Jay's right.
4-2, Jay wouldn't be saying this.
They did create chances, to be fair, but so did Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? Like they could have easily scored another 4 if they wanted to. As much as Spurs could have probably scored another 2 or 3.
Remember when we were 2-1 down, we came out at the second half. In the first 50 minutes, we had like 4 or 5 chances to score.
How about this? I saw 11 men behind the ball pretty much. Yeah. In the 30th minute. Yeah, no, in the first half, even though you're 2-0 up, and I'm thinking like it's not even like you're in the 40th minute trying to close it out or whatever. And then obviously when Romero went down, that's when everything changed for me. So maybe a full strength Spurs would have been a lot more frightening, but at the same time, it was just like even me and Daps Daps told me like, "Do you think Spurs will win?" I was like, "No, not really." Like it's going to collapse at some point. I think they went 2-0 up too early. For me, anyways, to sustain this, I just thought it was just a matter of time before Lavia gets control, which he did, and then that was it. And he still got brought off at half. Was it half time? He got brought off.
Yeah.
For Gusto, I think it was, and then it was
that
just
was
like
that was a good change. Ange didn't know what to do.
Well, to be fair, for Chelsea, it was like you brought him off at half time. I'm thinking, yeah, because they got another game in a few days. Why not? Why not?
I think it suited them.
You're in control anyways. They thought, let me lock down the right-hand side. He didn't even need to play an inverted fullback no more. Just play as a fullback, Gusto. There you go. That means that whole left-hand side of Brennan Johnson is going to get closed out even more. So Maresca tactically got that part right. For me, I didn't see Gusto go in the middle of the park. I just thought his job.
He played literally as a fullback.
I just thought defend. I literally just the way I looked at it is just like just defend. Just defend that area. Everything else is pretty much in Chelsea control. I had once Jay, if you didn't know, Jay claims that Tottenham Chelsea was a tight game, and they could. It was a result. The result was a tight game, but in terms of the result was tight, but in terms of the whole general,
it was a tight game. What you mean? What you do?
It was Chelsea a tight game.
It was still a tight game.
Tight game. Based on what?
Because the first half was literally end to end. Chelsea done well and dominated more in the second half, but ultimately the game was a game of mistakes, which is why it was so high scoring. Like Chelsea were better though.
Nah, it wasn't a tight game.
I say keep the energy the same. Like like Kukurea gave Tottenham 2 goals, but Tottenham also gave Chelsea 2
No, Monts. You know what I need to add here? There's footballing context. It's not the 2 goals we gave away and just throwing that away. It's how we gave them away. There's a difference. Tottenham's mistakes were because Chelsea's pressure. Let me explain. Tottenham's mistakes were because Chelsea so much pressure. They're behind the ball. There's gaps.
Man. Palmer's running away from the goal. Palmer's running away from the goal and Sarr hits him.
when
Bissouma
I'm
has
talking,
no.
you don't tell me to
decision.
shut up, yeah?
Bro, no,
Jay,
bro, because
Jay,
it's talking
Jay,
nonsense,
Jay,
bro.
Jay.
What do you mean your pressure? What if Bissouma's brain dead? Nah, bro, it's dumb. How come your mistakes are a result of Chelsea pressure, but Kukureya slipping is nothing to do with the pressure he's getting on him? Yeah,
Let me explain what I mean.
He took off his boots.
That's a good point.
He took off his
Let me
boots.
explain what I mean, yeah? Firstly, don't tell me to shut up when I'm talking. That's the first thing. Second thing is, yeah, let me explain what I mean. What I'm trying to say is Chelsea's pressure in the 30th minute onwards, yeah, was so much that when you're defending for that long, mistakes are inevitable. Cucurella's mistake was an unforced error. There was not much pressure on him. He just slips, loses the ball, bang, we're in trouble. It wasn't no one was around him, pressuring him. He literally just slipped and then recovered.
Why are you blaming Kukureya for that first goal? When
I'm not blaming Cucurella. I'm not blaming Cucurella.
because you're not talking about Colwell. No, one sec, Ches. Because Colwell got beat to the ball by Solanke, and Sanchez shouldn't have come out. So I don't even think Cucureya's slip was fatal for that first goal. It was
poor defending after that.
It was poor defending after
yeah,
that.
by the way, I agree with that, by the way. I'm just saying.
Well, you don't, because on the premise of what you're saying,
getting the game, getting the goal. You're blaming Cucurella for that goal, whereas Sarr kicked Palmer running away from goal. Bizuma slid on Caicedo for no reason. Whereas our goal, Solanke gets across Colwell. Colwell's sleeping. Sanchez doesn't come out in time. So to me, that goal is more of a goal than you running away from our goal. Palmer's running to the corner flag and he gets kicked. Like that, our goal clearly is more like we did more to score that goal than you did.
I'm genuinely not going to argue with you two if you think it was a tight game. Because if you think it's a tight game, I'm questioning football IQ. Seriously. If that's a tight game to you, then I'm not going to argue with you. If you think that's a tight game, then cool. Argue with yourselves. Because I watched that game. One point was I worried about Spurs.
Bro, I'm not, bro. Listen,
I'll be honest with you. I'm being very raw. Give me a bar.
We can talk about football IQ all day long. At the end of the day, you've just tried to argue a point that that Spurs' goal was almost like given, and there was nothing, like they didn't do anything to kind of warrant that goal. And then you're literally almost trying to prove. I never said that, did I? What did you say then?
I said unforced error.
Unforced error. Were there not parts wasn't there not like a further parts of play before Kulusevski got to the goal?
When did I want to
break that down?
But I didn't get to finish what I was saying because Jay told me to shut up and kept on waffling as he always does as a lawyer. Okay. I was trying to explain my point, and you man interrupted me, so I jumped in the hyenas. Let's relax. What I'm saying, Monts, let me make it clear. What I'm saying is this, yeah. All I'm saying is I personally believe, using my eyes, stats, etc., that Tottenham's mistakes were more of a case of Chelsea were applying so much pressure on their team, they couldn't get out for literally 70 minutes. These mistakes, whether it would have been a penalty.
Get 70 minutes from?
One sec. From 30th minute to 90th minute, I think we dominated that game. So my point is, that from that point on, if you're making mistakes, maybe it wouldn't have been a penalty. Maybe Sarr on another day doesn't push Palmer. Maybe Basuma's, but inevitably spaces start to open up, and I think we would have scored regardless. So you might look at it.
I agree. I think
that's what I'm saying. Whereas Cucurella's slip, he's been playing 15 games this season. He's never Cole done better, Sanchez can have better. I agree with that. They're bums. Cool, I admit that. But at the same time, Cucurella slipping is a major reason why they're both caught off guard in that regard. With Sarr literally pushing someone, he wouldn't know. Why would an elite footballer just push someone back? It's because mentality-wise, you're defending for so long, you're just in a hurry to get that ball back. You're just making dumb errors.
So why did
are you trying to take credit for Sarr pushing Palmer in the back while he's going to the corner flag? Are you trying to squeeze blood from a stone credit for Sarr pushing Palmer in the back when he was going to the corner flag? Tell me that's not what you're doing.
Exactly.
What I'm doing,
but it wasn't pressure on Cucurella to slip. Tell me that's not what you're doing.
Wait, are you saying Cucurella had loads of pressure on him when he slipped?
He could have pressure on him.
No. It's not even No. Ches, don't answer my question. Don't answer my question with a question.
I can
Are
do what I
you
want.
trying to take credit for Sarr being a bozo? Yes or no?
But at the same time, act like there was that. How many times have I say he was a bozo? So was Basuma.
But you just tried to take credit for that. That's weird.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you play football, We all play football at one point here, whether you're good or bad, or indifferent, doesn't matter. The point is, if you're defending for so long in a match that a team's better than you, and you're defending, mistakes inevitably happen, whether it's gaps, tackles, fouls, this, that, rare. There's so many reasons, yeah? We know this is ball. We all know this. So my point is, Sarr and Basuma doing that didn't shock me. Cucurella fucking slipping twice in 5 minutes shocked me. He doesn't just slip for no reason.
What about the Caicedo Reds?
Okay, it's the first 2 minutes.
Hold on. What about the Caicedo Reds? What about the because last year when Romero got sent off for an identical tackle, to what to nothing. You were like, good.
That's another point.
I'm not trying to say.
Let's not move the conversation today, bro.
No, one sec, Chess. Because when I say tight game, I'm saying margins. Yeah, Chelsea deserved to win the game in the end. But what I'm saying is Spurs, in that first half, Sarr hits the bar from a yard out. 1 yard out, Sarr hits the bar. Solanke miskicks the ball in front of goal. Yeah, Son could probably bag as well. On top of that, we scored 2 goals. Yeah, so if you're saying to me that I think Spurs should have gone into halftime winning, I 100% think we should have been winning at halftime because I think we had clearer chances, and despite the fact you were playing well, we had much clearer chances than you in the first half. Yeah. So in the second half, everything changed and you guys improved. But I don't see how Basuma and Sarr making brain dead tackles in the box is a result of your pressure and not just stupidity. Like it's stupid. Palmer's running away from goal. That's a stupid tackle. Basuma flies into the tackle. Yeah, for no reason. Yeah, the man's running to the byline.
Well, there's
no
reason
for him to make that tackle.
It's not a red card.
You know what I'm trying to say, innit?
He wanted to win. He wanted to win the ball. There was a reason. Like, hello.
I wouldn't say it's a red card. Like Bruno Fernandes won against Tottenham recently this year. That wasn't a red card. They said it should have been a red.
Palmer definitely could have equalized. I think Palmer's missed kick was Chelsea's clearest chance in that first half. Yeah.
Didn't Curtis Jones get sent off for something similar to what Caicedo did? Or am I buzzing?
Who's that?
Curtis Jones. That's where Curtis Jones got sent off.
No, I think he actually got the follow through.
He actually got the ball, by the way.
Curtis Jones was less.
You getting the ball doesn't mean it's not a foul, by the way. You can still...
at least
we're talking about a red card, not a foul. We're talking about a red card.
Yeah, but I don't know what him getting the ball has anything to do with it at all.
I think Caicedo didn't get any of the ball. He didn't get. He missed the ball. The ball.
At least Romero last season, he kicks the ball first.
Man, getting the ball right in your leg doesn't make a difference.
Caicedo got none of the ball.
Bro, the point is, we're saying Moises missed the ball and caught the man. Romero and Curtis Jones got the ball and caught the man.
Man, by the by. Because Kulusevski should have got sent off anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I agree.
That's what I don't even care. Yeah.
But Ches, what you're not doing is you're not agreeing with anything saying. You're just coming with another point and ignoring what man is saying.
Because I think Jay's chatting rubbish.
How?
All right. But you can't have a conversation and not answer what someone says and then go to another point
That's silly for you because who moved the conversation? I didn't. He did. He started talking about.
I hear it, but again, when we're talking about,
you weren't even talking about what he was talking about. He moved it for some reason. I don't know.
So I'm not allowed to talk. So I'm not allowed to talk about you guys should have had a red card.
No, but I was trying to have a conversation about the unforced errors and whatnot.
I don't think Going back to the question, innit? So let's not go off topic. Go back to the question. I think Chelsea done very well. I think in the second half, to answer Cass's question, the second half, Chelsea done very well. I think the change that Maresca made at half time was the change that put the game in Chelsea's favor. I think Chelsea were better than Spurs. I don't think they were monumentally miles better than Spurs, but I think they were better than Spurs. And that's simply because, for me, the amount of chances they allowed Spurs to have. I think midfield and going forward, Chelsea were absolutely excellent. Absolutely excellent. But I just feel like the game was a bit too open. And there were moments where I feel like Spurs could have probably had 4 goals themselves. That game easily could have finished 7-5 to Chelsea. Like, that's how many chances there were in the game. But I still think Chelsea were better than them and deserves to win the game. So... yeah, I don't think my stance is changed.
My next question for you then is: are Chelsea title contenders, or is it too early?
I think we're in the title race until we're not. So we are in title race.
Yeah, man. That's
a little bit of way to answer that, bro.
A bit of accountability.
Gonna last?
Mike, if you know me, you know I give these answers.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's the maddest answer. How long is it gonna last then? Because in my opinion, Monts is in a train by himself.
How long is a piece
No
of
one's
string?
with him.
Do you know what I'm saying? How long is a piece of string? We don't know, innit? Get me.
Yeah, true.
The thing is,
No,
yeah,
but-
we all got onto Arsenal fans about Arsenal. Remember? Do you remember when we said, "Are you in a title race?" We kind of baited. They kept baiting
And
them
me
out.
saying, "Are you going to win the league
Yeah,
in game
this
week 3?
season it was Liverpool in game week, literally. So there we
Game
go.
week 3.
And the thing is, a lot of I think was we having a conversation? Was it you, Mike? Say, was it you or was it others? I can't remember saying just a minute ago before the live, saying like is it something about they'll probably drop off in March or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But who said that? But I don't believe that because I feel like because of now the FIFA Club World Cup, they've got extra money to spend. Meaning January is definitely viable for them to go and get a goalkeeper and potentially a centre back if they can find the right one. And you know they will spend the money if they want to go get the right goalkeeper and the right centre back if they choose to.
Definitely.
Does
they
Maresca
will.
identify that as a problem area though? Because I know that we will say it as fans, but sometimes like footballers and
100%.
managers see it differently to what
Hey,
fans
Hooks,
see it.
100%. He's not going to come out and say that, is he? But
You got to think, would you say Todd Bowley's the ambitious owner to see some, like, let's say Chelsea are in and amongst it still, maybe a point, maybe 2 points, maybe even 5 points, 6 points away from Liverpool and still second place or third in January and say this team can't push?
I think they will spend.
That's actually,
Like,
I
who
want to
would
say,
they spend on? Like, because the reason why I think that eventually, like, Chelsea will like not fall off, but like not be challenging for the title is the age of their squad. So yeah, if they go in January, go and sign like experienced players with know-how, so on and so forth.
Well, like Edison from Man City, Max.
Then cool.
Loud that. Bro. Come on.
What do you mean? I mean, it's already tipped that he's going at the end of the season, anyways.
Yeah, look, if they got
Yeah,
someone like
that's the end. Fair enough at the end, but not January, bro.
if they got
Not
the likes of
January.
Edison and I don't know the likes of like I don't know
Maybe a Kelleher.
maybe a Kelleher, and then I don't know
Maybe a Diogo Costa.
maybe a Diogo Costa, someone like someone of the levels like that you go look at and you're like, okay, cool levels, not like some random we think he's sick goalkeeper from the Argentinian league that's like 22. Then you know it's a bit different, isn't it? The same with the centre back, the same with their striking position as well. Like if they go out and get killers that are experienced, that got know-how, then my opinion will change. But I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll continue to buy for the project, which is to get young, exciting players. And if they do that, it doesn't really change, at least the issue that I have with Chelsea. And it's still what they state as well, is that they have the youngest squad. And we all know that, you know, young players, they need a bit of experience and know-how around them for when it matters. Like we get to the end of March, April time, when it matters.
I don't know what centre backs they're going to target though. Like I know there's Murillo, that's kind of shout.
Bastoni, do you know what I mean?
Another left
Bastoni,
foot, another left footer though.
you know.
I feel like they need a right footer because I see Disaster leaving, innit? Like I don't see him staying beyond the season.
What a name.
But and they're gonna want someone to challenge for Fana, then they're missing out on a right footer. So that's why I kind of think like the Murillo stuff. I think Badiashile is playing a little bit better. I don't think he's one to say you need. He might be able to go in the summer potentially, but I'm looking at a right centre back, and I think like Tosin is gonna get sold. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I
Why
think
is
he was free. He was free.
it's and guess what? That's pure profit.
Yeah, pure profit. Yeah.
That was the whole plan. There's Todd Bowley. That's why I rate him. And that's what I'm saying. Is he the same as? Is he the same as the Arsenal thing where when Arsenal? No. Think about it. Yeah. Do you remember when Arsenal were in a position to push on for the league, and I think they needed like a striker or something, and then they just didn't buy a striker, so now they are where they are right now. Todd Bowley's in a position where he needs either a goalkeeper or a centre back. He looks like he's ambitious enough to go and get them. And if he does, it could be a massive improvement.
No, man said you need a right centre back to play. He's like, yeah, I'm going to stick a left-footed Badiashile in that position, not you. Like that tells you everything you need to know about Tosin, bro. Like he does not rate him.
Yeah,
no, that's true. But still, Todd Bowley's ambition might.
I see they're linked to a Benfica centre back, not Antonio Silva. There's another one.
Arejo.
Yeah, this brother, I've seen him not related. I've seen him linked with a few clubs, but it looks like Chelsea's on his tail a little bit more.
Yeah, we went on to him. I think he's like 22, but it's what Hooks was saying, isn't it? I don't think the thing is, where the club most likely to spend money on experience out of all our clubs here, but I think they'll still go with the plan because it's actually working out for them. That's how they'll see it. Yeah, they'll see it as our plan is getting us this position. If we stick by it, give us another year or so, we'll be like elite. So I don't think they're gonna like just change it and buy like a Gaviscalia or a mad goalkeeper. I think maybe goalkeeper they might go for experience. But even then, I think they'll stick to the plan, innit? I disagree with Hooks. Like, you don't need to get someone of age. It's someone experienced. Actually, I think he said that anyway. But
I think experience. I think you're going to get Anselmino. That's a quality addition from what I've seen, or like just little clips and stuff. But he's 18, 19. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't see him coming in as the one that's going to take the reins from not someone like Fofana. I feel like you need to do what Liverpool did, man, in that January, in my opinion, where Van Dijk was of age. Well, how old was he? Monts 25, 25. 25, 26. He's coming into his prime. They saw his qualities and they thought, yeah, this guy's gonna be the next best thing. I feel like Chelsea need to really find that, and it could literally be the same thing. You found your Alisson, that you could find your Alisson, you could find your Van Dijk. That's what I feel like Chelsea need to be in, that kind of zone, because you got a young enough squad. Like, Monts, who did you have back there? You had Mane of great age back then. Firmino, great age as well. Like, a lot of these guys, Jordan Henderson's just coming to his prime. I'll say they had a little bit more of a age team than what Chelsea's got, but it's not like Chelsea ain't got mad quality though, innit? Like, they still have got some decent players in and around, innit? So it could be like that, in my opinion. But I don't know who the next Van Dijk is or centre backs. I'm gonna be honest. You never know until it happens, innit? Until you see them play.
Saliba,
I think that's a big, they're not getting Saliba, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, they're not gonna get him. It's not realistic. Do you know what I mean? I mean, someone that's like you could see from a lower team, let's say even if it's Serie A or Scotland or whatever, and you'd be like, yeah, you know, he needs to get bought. Like, he's that good. But I didn't feel like no one saw that with Van Dijk in the first place either, though. I just saw Van Dijk get duppied by Martial.
By the way, this is why I don't think we'll win the league, but I still think we're in the title race, purely because of what you just said. If we had an experienced centre back, if we had a Thiago Silva at 29 years old, 30 years old, even that alone, I'll be more confident.
You'd win
the league.
You'd be. Well, you wouldn't win. You'd be a good 6 points better, probably, more than likely.
That's what I'm saying.
At that age, yeah.
I genuinely would have more faith, but I just generally speaking, when I watch the Tottenham game, we literally like handed a team that's not very good.
Who's watching something? I can hear that. I would say though, like, maybe the whole letting go Thiago Silva in hindsight from Maresca team, you could really have done with that, man. You could do that right now. But it's in the middle.
Pace though, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but he wasn't slow in the back three. He wasn't slow. Like, I guarantee he's faster than flipping what's his name? Tosin on acceleration. Maybe not in sprint speed, not in the long strides, but But still could move.
Yeah, that's why when you man are saying Van Dijk, that's a bit too far. You think instead of getting the new Van Dijk, get the new Thiago Silva.
That St. Just is quick, bro. He's rapid. Have you seen him, you lot?
Who?
Yeah, no.
That St. Just. I think that's how you say. Is it St. Just?
Is he at Sporting?
The Dutch? No, the Dutch guy.
Oh yeah. Him and Van der Ven, ultimate team, bro.
Gone.
Easy.
He's gone. But differently,
bro.
If we still had Rudiger, like Liverpool has VVD, Chelsea definitely would be winning the league.
Yeah, if we had Rudiger, we'd be winning.
I think Rudiger. You would have a better chance, but I don't think it changes much with Liverpool, though, innit? Do you get what I mean? I think Liverpool still have their points.
Yeah. But he probably believes our squad is better than Liverpool's. That's why you
probably end up beating maybe the Palace 1-0. You probably wouldn't have suffered against Man City as much.
No, you believe your squad's better than us now.
Who's you lot?
I said Chelsea would believe your squad's stronger now. There's an argument for it.
I think their options could be stronger.
I feel like objectively it is though, Monts. I feel like it is.
That's the case. You'd be above us, but
you're talking in potential, right? You're talking
no. Well, football, no. Well,
that's not how football works, Monts. You can't be saying.
I'm not saying it's not how football works, but like at the end of the day, your squad a lot of the time is as good as what.
Because the football was so predictable. You won Europa League last season. But you didn't.
I didn't say, but you lot were talking about your squad from last season.
Yeah, but we can't talk about squads because
you've spoken about the reason we used to go back and forth is because you looked at football like it was on paper and it didn't reflect on the table. Like, so
the reason
that's
why we went back and forth. I'm sorry. The reason why I went back and forth because you rated my squad. I quote 7th best in the league. You thought my players were average.
Again,
You thought
I didn't say 7th best.
I'm not listening to your opinion on my club. All due respect.
Again, I didn't say 7th.
Wrong,
I didn't say. Well, don't lie on my name then. I didn't say 7th. Don't lie on my name.
Would you know? Let's do semantics. Would you say then 6th, 5th?
I said
not 2nd though.
I said 5th. I said 5th, not 2nd. Did you rate my squad first? Did you rate my squad first best? Hold on, how about this?
I said to you,
no, let me land because I let you speak. So did you rate my squad first best in the league? And did you think I was going to be first, or did you have me in the top 4?
I said third.
Touche then. There you go.
No.
Again, hold on. You are 2nd in the league. You've gone from my prediction of 5th to 2nd. Yeah, and by the way, you've just gone 2nd. You were 3rd last week. Yeah, so that's the gap that's moved. You predicted me 3rd, and now I'm 1st. So we both got it wrong. We both got it wrong.
I'm just looking at now. You put them 6th.
We both got it wrong.
Because that's I'm shaking my head.
Tomato. The bottom line is we both got our predictions. We both got our predictions wrong. That's the point.
No, I always Jay, listen up. Jay there?
Give me a rest, bro.
Jay. Okay, he's there. Cool.
Oh
what did me and you months about at this very yard about 2-3 months ago with all you man here? I was saying to Monts about the keys, right?
Can't remember, Chet. I can't remember.
The keys. And why was I saying that, Jay? Because Monts sits there and goes, "Oh, no expectations, but expectations. Oh, expectations, but not really expectations."
I'm not sure I recall this conversation, Chet.
You literally sit there and you go, and you've only now said we're in a title race. You don't even like to answer questions. You literally just said to Mike's, "Well, you know how I answer those questions." What the fuck? Like, if we're talking about actual pressure and actual questions, you don't like to answer them.
Wait,
so
don't talk about how I answer question then. I'll answer it.
No, it's too late now. It's too late now.
Hey,
what the hell?
Hey, Mike, don't say that because I asked
you. You're gonna give him a double-edged sword, bro.
My point is, Chez, is that, as I said, I can sit there and say, cool, you know what, with Chelsea, I got it wrong. I actually rate what you man are doing. Fair enough. Yeah, I can hold my hands up to that. My praise is as loud as my disrespect. You, on the other hand, will sit there and say what you said about Liverpool all summer. We're now top of the league. I don't hear a fucking peep out of you. We haven't spoken about Liverpool barely this season.
And also, Chez, one sec, Chez, what you want to cook Monts for? Isn't that the same? I'm saying what you want to cook him for. Isn't that the same as you? Because obviously, where you are in the league now, you didn't think you'd be here specifically at the beginning of the season. So the fact that your team is performing better than you thought they would, and you didn't. If I said to you, you should be title challengers in the summer, you would have been like, no. What do you mean? Blah 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 blah. So wanting to push Monts for not wanting to say that Liverpool were definitively going to win the title is no different from people wanting to push you because you didn't have Chelsea locked in as title.
But Jay, we don't know ball. But Jay, our ball knowledge. Remember, our ball knowledge isn't there. Remember, our ball knowledge isn't there.
Remember that. Well, I'm 10.
Remember that one, guys. Remember that one, panel. The ball knowledge isn't there. Remember that one.
Remember
that one. You know what's so funny? I know this is Christmas. Football, fairies, jingle bells, all that Christmas tree, all this fairy. I want presents, all this crap. We're not going to do make believe here, okay? So it's not Christmas Day. When have I once said here on the stream, I'm going to cook Monts? What are you talking about? I never cooked him. I'm just saying, I find it a bit cheeky for Monts because this guy was hammering home for fucking 12 months. My squad is average.
Rightly so.
My players are one set Monts. He's interjecting because I'm hitting a nerve. My players are average. My squad is average.
Bro, that's cheap,
our team is average. Pot should have stayed. And now we're doing apology videos 3 months later. For me, that's an extreme. I'll tell you why. Because I said you finished 3rd Monts, so I don't need to apologize because you're 1st. And you haven't won the league yet, by the way.
What?
Not.
Wait. So you're saying you had me you did not have me in the title race. What are you talking about?
What was I saying to you on this very stream 3 months ago? Have some chest. That was literally my line.
For what? Okay, do you know what? I'll never understand. Do you know what? Cool. Do you know what I will never understand? And maybe Jay has to explain it in layman's terms for the words to actually compute. Yeah. You cannot sit there and say what you said about me over the summer. Not about me. When I say me, I mean my team. Yeah, over the summer. Talk to me about how your squad is better than mine. You said your squad's better than mine, by the way. So if your squad's better than mine and I lost my manager, yeah, my world-class manager, and got someone who is fairly new, like what you guys did, and now you think you can sit there. You think you can sit there and say that you had me in a title race. Do not lie for the cameras. don't lie for the cameras. You didn't have me in no title race. You wanted me to show chest for something that, again, if I'm supposed to show chest, why would you not show chest? If you think your squad's better than mine and I lost my manager. So if I'm being cheeky, surely you're being cheeky. But do you know what it is? Do you know? But do you know what it is? Do you know what you lack? Do you know what you lack?
Cojones.
No, well, there's that.
Yeah, that, but also something else.
There's that.
Facts. But anyway, Monts, I said I'm in the title race though. So how have I not?
Brother. Now.
When did you say you're in the title race?
Yeah, when?
Just now, Mike's. No.
He said
He
it on minute 30.
It starts with self, by the way. Word to Mike in the chat.
I know you're gonna say that.
You're doing it out of pressure. You're doing it out of pressure.
This month, yeah. I just don't believe you're gonna win it at this point. Doesn't mean I'm gonna win it, but I just don't believe in your team because you just showed. I'll tell you why, man. Them Liverpool are bottle jobs because in the Europa League they're meant to win.
This
that.
has nothing to do. Again, you
man.
Bro, no, I'm going to interrupt you because you're doing what you got onto Jay for. You're taking the conversation somewhere else, and it doesn't work on me.
Why are you so upset, man? If
you just got onto Jay for taking the conversation about Caicedo somewhere else, and this is now what you are doing. You can't fool you. Like, come on, bro.
You're getting rattled. You know
I'm not, and now you're saying I'm getting rattled because you're
Chez is trusty. You're getting rattled out of the back pocket.
Let me pull his rattle card out. Monts is right. Let me get his rattle card out. Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
He loves it.
When I say I go back to what you lack, it starts with self
awareness.
You know about this thing is
awareness.
So if you didn't know this, see Ches earlier. No one heard this, but Ches told Jay to shut up real quick, yeah, and then 2 minutes later he said, "Shut up, Jay." Like, Jay never know. He said, "Jay, shut up." Never told me to shut up. Never told me to shut up. I was thinking, like, wait, I needed to rewind this. I rewinded it just now. I'm thinking, this cheeky, this guy, you're getting put in a clip. Put that one.
Listen, if you man clock me, you clock me. If you don't, that's your loss. But anyway, back to Monts, yeah. What I was saying, yeah.
I already clocked it, bro.
Monts, yeah, his club hasn't proven anything like in the title race when it matters the most. The only league title they've won is when City fell off, like this season, by the way, and they just went away. Like, it was a good run, cool. But I need to see Liverpool actually like prove us wrong, innit?
Well,
so
we'll see.
Monts. No one cares. Let me do my cooking. Monts, are you winning the double?
The double.
That's an outrageous.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Jay, let me cook him. Jay, let me cook.
Those guys are weirdo.
Let me cook, yeah.
I'm thinking, are you going to say, are you winning the Prem? I'm ready to ask you guys, are you winning the
2 minutes, yeah? Kaz, let me have the phone too. You know what I'm saying?
Are you not doing what you want? I'm watching some Patrick Dorgu compilations, bro.
Listen, let me cook, yeah.
Yes, I thought you were going to ask me, am I winning the Prem?
The first one here.
Yeah, I think I'm winning the Prem. Yeah, I do.
Monts to be the first one here in his cheerleading outfit. Say M on the front, twerking with his pom-pom, saying, "We beat Man City and Real Madrid in a week." What does that mean, Monts? Does that mean you're better than them?
That we're going to win the league.
So, Monts, let's dive deeper into that. So, you're better than Real Madrid. Are you better than Real Madrid? Yes or no?
Right now we are, but that in the hold on. Let me in the knockout stages. Real Madrid are a different team, so I'm not going to write them off in the knockout stages.
But you're a different team in knockout stages too, though.
Yes, but Real Madrid are the brother. Have you just forgotten?
No, I'm not discounting Madrid.
I can't tell if Ches is trying to praise Liverpool or demean them because it keeps switching. It's like, you're better than Real Madrid, man. Come on. And then on the same token, it's like, you're shit.
Now you see where we're coming from. That's what he's doing.
He spoke all this rubbishness when it comes to playing me and then lost. So it's like,
yeah, but you're talking a lot for a guy that's not upset right now. I'm honest. Just let me finish.
I'm not upset, bro. I'm top of the league. What have I got to be upset about?
So let me speak then, innit? Yeah. What I'm saying is,
you're asking me, am I going to win the double?
Moving like Pape Sarr in the second half, you know?
Bro, you know what it is? He's trying to do the Gegenpress thing when people, just because these men have asked Chelsea, are they in the title race? He now wants to push it onto me and ask me, am I winning the double?
No, Monts.
Lost his marbles.
I never said I'm not in the title race.
He's lost his marbles, man. All right, Chelsea fans, come collected.
I'm in the title race, yeah? If you want to call me a bottle job if you flop out, do your business.
I've never said anything.
Chelsea in the title race.
I don't think it's a bottle job if you don't win.
Perfect, Monts. We agree then. Like, we agree on one thing. We can also agree you bought the Europa League. We can also agree you won one Premier League in 30 years. we can also agree, you're only 4 points in front of me. We can also agree that you're better than Real Madrid right now, your words. You're better than Man City right now, your words. So what are you going to win the season then? Tell us.
So they're winning the Premier League.
Are you winning the Champions League though? 6 times winners.
No, the Champions League, that one, it depends on the draw.
So don't be twerking when you beat Man City.
I can't categorically say we're going to win the Champions League. That's a mad thing.
So all this twerking for your team, and you might not win the Premier, you might not win the Champs. Let's
No,
slow
I said
down a bit.
wait, who said? I didn't say we might not win the Prem. I said I think we're winning the Prem. Wait, did anyone
You
this
think
panel
or
hear me
you
say
are?
we might not
No,
win the
you
Prem?
just changed.
No, but
You
you know
think
you
you
might
are
not
winning
win
the
it.
Premier.
That's what he's saying. You might not win it because you
No,
might
no, I said we might not win the Champs. I said we'll win
no.
the
But he's saying that you might not. He's saying that Liverpool might not win it as a general.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but,
That's what I'm saying.
but what's the point? But what's the point in him asking me my opinion only for him to say we might not win the Prem?
No,
No,
but he's saying,
I'm asking
he's
you.
saying that you're giving all of this talk, and then Liverpool might not win.
But I'm
might
giving
not
this
win,
talk.
'cause
No.
That's how life works.
No,
Like,
no.
if you
Word.
offer a
I'm
prediction,
saying-
AJ, get
I'm
off his
talking
dick,
like
mate.
this.
Get off his knees.
Again, Hooks.
Oh,
But he's
But what is-
saying I'm giving all
so,
this
Jeff,
talk.
does
I'm
everyone just
giving
have
this
to
talk
agree
because
with
I
you?
think I'm winning the
Otherwise,
Prem.
they're slurping or
But
they're
what he's
rattling.
saying is
Is
right.
that your logic?
You
If
understand?
I
Nah,
don't
no
agree
one's
with you,
rattled.
I
No
must
one's
be
rattled.
rattled.
Only
Alright,
one
let's-
was rattled.
All
Jay,
right,
you're
let him
not
answer
rattled.
let him answer the question. Let him answer the question. He already answered it, man. He said
I hear what
Prem.
you're saying, though, Monts. But I'm trying to. I was just explaining what he meant in it. Like,
No, but
No,
I'm
no,
saying
guys,
what he
I'm
meant-
holding people
what he meant
accountable.
was void.
Monts will sit here and give the most chest to everybody. We're first.
I
I
we're
said I'm
this,
winning the
we're
Prem.
that.
So what-
No, Monts, let me finish off what I'm saying, man. We're this, we're that, we're top, we're this. We're gonna win. The Prem.
I didn't say that. I said we're gonna win the
No.
Prem. You're making up replies that I've said in my head. You said, "What are you gonna win?" I said we're going to win the Prem. So what are you talking about?
Anyways,
Let's
man.
see it. Let's see. Seeing's believing.
I mean, if I was top of the league, I'd be screaming the most too, blood.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's one of those things where again, Ches doesn't have any self-awareness. So again, he'll get onto me for getting something wrong. And
Ches
then when
does
he
this.
gets something wrong. It's absolutely fine when he gets something wrong. He doesn't say anything about
Monts,
it.
I
and he keeps
will
going, but
admit.
absolutely
live
zero
viewers and
self-awareness.
to Monts,
He
yeah.
literally commented. Remember, Kukureya slip, start giving away the penalty. Zero, like zero consistency. Zero consistency. But it is
I'll
what
be
it is.
consistent, okay? I did.
No. It's the moment.
You don't want it then.
Moment,
So you
what?
complain about it. You don't want to change
moment's
it.
I love
gone.
it. The moment to not be a troll has gone.
Hey,
Yeah, the moment's
Jay,
gone, bro.
I will admit, I think Liverpool have a
admit
huge
to the murder
chance.
after you've been found guilty. Don't admit to the
Listen.
murder. You've been found guilty.
I think
No one cares
Liverpool have a huge chance to win the league. But I'm just saying to Monts, don't be twerking with M on the front, pom-poms. And then when it comes to win the Champions League and the Premier League, you can't really give enough chest. That's what I'm saying.
What?
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
You know what?
What?
Now you got to say one. So you got to say is cool. That's cool.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's cool. He's going around in circles at this moment. People,
Yeah.
make sure we smash the likes. At least get this on to 300
that was
to
funny,
400
man.
likes. There's a good 700 of you in the building, but there's only 200 likes. That means a good 500, maybe plus, because people do, tune in and out. You haven't liked the video, so especially if you're in a live chat, there's quite a few of you there. Just double check that that like button. It'll be much appreciated. And I'm sorry if you got bamboozled by Ches for the last 5-10 minutes, because even I couldn't keep up personally. But anyways, big up Patrick Dorgu, man. That was a great compilation, man. I'm sold. 25 million. Yeah, say nothing. Ange's fault or Spurs' fault? I was gonna do the Liverpool part, but I don't want to.
You what?
I was gonna
I'm
do because
sure
Liverpool. Have you seen
that.
Liverpool's contracts? All of them have been offered. I'm pretty sure you know about that.
That's gonna be well.
We'll have that little segment, but I want to do this part. I just wanted to switch it because it's just different. So I want to see what Jay has to say. That's why Hooks is sitting up. Is it Ange's fault or Spurs? Are they at fault, Jay?
It's Ange's fault. Bun this guy, some dead manager, man. I've had enough of man gaslighting this guy, glazing this guy. The brother's got no tactical nous. This brother's got no pride. This brother doesn't know how to adapt. This brother doesn't know how to do.
Let me know when you finish your Cool Runnings impression. By the way,
relax, bro. Relax.
Sounded racist.
Yeah.
It sounded a bit like Sanka, innit? Okay.
Yeah.
That man there, yeah, I hear it. Don't worry though.
You know the Vim. You know you came with that Vim that like.
He's just poor, man. But you know what it is, yeah. Okay, let me rephrase. I think it's mainly Ange's fault, innit? I know a lot of Spurs fans are gonna say Levy this, Levy that, by the way, cool. But I firmly believe if Antonio Conte had the exact same players that Ange had in this game against Chelsea, he wins the game at home. I believe this. So for me, I put it down to the manager. For this specific loss, I put it down to the manager. I've seen Ange do this before. It's very similar to Brighton. 2-0 up. Lose the game 3-2. You got history in this. It's the history of your club. You just shit. That's all it is. Spurs are just shit. Like and every single season, the same thing happens. The same thing happens. Rivals glaze them up. Oh, Spurs are gonna do sick this year. Oh, Spurs all play nice football, attacking football. Oh, Spurs are gonna be a threat. Got to watch out for Tottenham. And then the same thing happens. It just happened earlier this year. You man are 11th. Bro, you're shit. You always fall off the cliff. Always.
Hey, can I ask a question, please?
Off the cliff. Yeah, ask him a question. Go on, ask him a question.
Who was the last team in the Premier League that you won against? Please answer that, please.
City away, 4-0.
So you see with that, yeah.
Horrible question.
No. I knew what I was setting myself up for, bro. It wasn't for no reason. Listen, you beat us 4-0. Without that 4-0 win, do you think Ange would still be in a job, bro? Did my team buy him more time?
If my auntie didn't have a vagina,
no?
What sort of question is that?
Villa, no?
Like, they didn't win. They didn't win, did they?
Listen, the thing that I'm going to be clear about with some things is like, one, I look at this very relatively. I've seen United, I've seen Chelsea, I've seen Arsenal, I've seen Liverpool, I've seen all these different teams over the last few years. There's a few things that are consistent across everything. One, the players that people have in season 1 and 2 are always very different to the players that these managers have in season 4. Yeah, so there's a lot of change that happens, and most people don't appreciate that there's a lot of change. But I get it. When I see Spurs play, I see a lot of potential in the team. I do see a lot of potential in the team, and I think that the team is capable. I think tactically we've got issues. I think player quality wise we have issues. We need more players. We need more development. But I think Ange has given Spurs a vision of what they could be. When it was like Conte and Mourinho, Spurs didn't really have an identity. Whether you agree with this identity at the moment or you think we're too easy to play, soft on the back, we have an identity of what the team. He gave the team something to hope for. So for me, it's like, yeah, it's crap, but Ange has to adjust because the Premier League, best league in the world, best managers. But at the end of the day, Spurs finished 5th last season. Didn't have a fantastic window. You can blame the board for that. You can blame our new sporting director. You can blame Ange for the players he picked. But we're in this situation now. We are missing our 2 best centre-backs. Well, obviously this came back, but yeah, our 2 best centre-backs have been missing. Missing Bentancur, missing our goalie. People will say absolutely Forster, is doing a good job, and he is. But we're still missing our number 1. Obviously, Odebear's injured, Richarlison's injured, rotation attack-wise. These sound like excuses, and they probably are excuses to an extent. I prefer the word context, yeah? And not everybody, every team has issues. Every team has injuries. But the way I look at it is very simply is Romero came out the other day, and he's basically saying the team needs more players. The squad needs more investment. The players are behind the manager. I'd like to think the fans can be behind the manager, but when you go a long time without success like Spurs have, it can make you very intolerant. It can make you very impatient, and it can make it so you don't really want to stick around. So at the moment, Spurs have to just accept we are what we are, an inconsistent team that is, putting some stinker performances this season, and we have to stick with it, in my opinion. We have to stick with it, keep going. And it's always darkest before the dawn. Yeah?
I'm actually in agreement with you. I don't think Spurs should be getting rid of Ange at all. I don't think they've given him the 11 he requires. I don't think they've given him a squad to be like, this is it. Because otherwise, you go back in that. I feel like you go back in that circle. I don't think he's a crap manager either. I don't agree with Hooks slightly, but I think that he is at fault. Obviously, he's the manager at the end of the day. But I feel like with this ownership, man. Yeah, they got to back him, man, because otherwise you go back into the Mourinho thing, the Nuno thing, and it's just a cycle. The next manager comes in, you have a good 7-8 months, then before you know it, you see the cracks. and then you
Mourinho
got another
to a
squad.
final, though.
Yeah, that's great, but the whole overall performance beyond that was quite garbage. Like in the
Yeah,
end,
but you don't know what would have happened if Mourinho won that final, and then that's them winning a
Nothing
trophy.
would have happened. What would have happened? We would have won the League Cup.
You don't know what would have happened. Like you can't.
Nothing would have happened, bro. The guys won.
Foundation for success.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
Foundation. You can't.
yeah,
you
the
can't-
foundation part. I hear
Okay,
it.
when you
hear
won when you won the FA Cup with Arteta, why did you finish 8th the next year?
Because Arteta
It wasn't
was
his team. It wasn't his squad.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying that winning that cup wasn't actually a foundation for success for you either.
I mean, we won the
Well,
Carabao Cup last year, and
I
we're top of the league.
mean,
Yeah,
Kind
well,
of did. I mean-
it was a foundation for success because
How was it a
allowed-
foundation for success if you didn't win
because-
anything since
because
then?
It gave the board faith. In
What
him to allow him
foundation
to-
for success?
to build out what he needed to build out for us to be challenging for the title. I don't understand.
Have you won anything since then?
No, we haven't won anything.
Okay, then stop. Then stop. What success? What success?
Technically, we have. Technically,
What
we have.
success, man?
What have you won?
We were doing on
Don't
the
you
Poch,
dare,
you were
don't
doing
you
it.
dare say it.
Win
Don't
something,
you dare.
success, and then you can
Don't
say
you
Hey.
dare say what I think you're
Oh,
going to say.
I know he's
what's he
gonna
gonna say?
say.
What's he gonna
The
say?
community shields.
Yeah,
That's what
technically
it
we
is.
have. Technically, we have.
Then I'm the most successful club in England. Then
Hey,
Thank you.
all I'm saying is, I'm doing the
I want a bunch
technicality.
of those.
I'm doing the technicality in it, but obviously, Arsenal is coming like it's sort of coming like full circle now, in it. So he won something which gave
Won the
board
community
faith
shield
in
is
him,
horrendous.
which allowed him to be given time to build what he needs to build without the pressure on his back. And now he's got us to a point where we're challenging. And yes, we're in a position where we have to win a major. We're in that position now. We have to win a major. And if he doesn't win a major, then that's what he will be getting judged against. Well, I don't know if he'll be getting judged against it by the board, but from the fans, that's what he will be getting judged against, because now it's time. You had your time to build. You did what you need to do to get the foundation correct. He was given the time. And this is what winning something does. So if Ange was able to, sorry, not Ange, if Mourinho won that FA Cup, right? Was FA Cup? Was FA Cup,
Yeah,
right?
it was a Carabao. It was February.
Carabao. If Mourinho wins that Carabao Cup, yeah, then what could have happened is Levy goes, oh, raw, we actually won something. Okay, cool, let's build upon it. And then Mourinho's got more time to instill what he needs to into the club. And then I think Mourinho could have at least taken Spurs to a point where
you're insane,
where they're fixing. Because this is the thing. I don't know how you, as a Spurs fan,
bro. Mourinho was not taking us anywhere.
You as a Spurs fan, you haven't seen your club win.
It doesn't matter.
2008. How dare you?
Bro, listen, where did Ten Hag take United?
Bro,
listen, where did Ten Hag take United? What?
How
The
dare
point
you?
you're making doesn't make sense. I'm saying Mourinho is finished at that level. I'm not saying Mourinho wasn't capable of winning us a title. I'm just saying that he could not, in this current era of managers, take us anywhere.
Yeah, he was
You
a
don't know
dinosaur.
that.
Man. He was a
You don't
dinosaur.
know that. You don't know that.
Bro, I do know that, bro.
You don't
Come
know
on,
that.
man. Bro, you're not understanding that in that season before COVID hit, you forget Kane got injured. Spurs was so bad. Yeah, so bad in that period that Kane got injured. We couldn't win. We couldn't pass. Then Son got injured, and we were losing every game. Yeah, we were getting smashed up every game. You could see his tactics. Then COVID hit, and it saved his job because he was getting sacked. He was 100% getting sacked. You forget we lost to Dynamo Zagreb with their manager in jail with a 3-0 lead on aggregate. Bro, you forget all this shit, and you want to tell me Mourinho was taking us somewhere? Stop it. Bro, we lost to a team whose manager was in jail. In jail, bro. You forget the memes that were flying after that. And you want to tell me Mourinho was taking me somewhere? Please, bro. Come on, man. All due respect, yeah, we could have won a trophy under Mourinho, 100%. But to say that this man, you had a guy doing up Michael Schofield in prison, sending tactics via the fucking prison warden, and you want to tell me that he was going to bring us success in the Premier League? Stop that.
No, he's a special one, man.
You're better than that, folks. Well, you're not, but still, stop.
That nigga got a tear in my eye, bro. I'm not buying this. Spurs fans say they have a better squad than United. This is his second season, and it's a failure. Ten Hag finished third and won a trophy first season.
It's
But
true.
a trophy in his second season as well, I suppose. But yeah, man, you never know. But I don't think Mourinho was the right guy for Spurs. His trajectory says everything. Spurs, Roma, Fenerbahce. Next,
You
before
won
you know
something
it.
at Roma.
Yeah, but I look where that ended.
Look how long ago it took Roma to win something. He actually went there and won something with them.
Yeah, but they did spend
And then again,
more
he
than they
wasn't
ever
back.
had. They
Again,
spent
he
more than
wasn't
they
back.
ever had. Yeah. You know what? You could
He
say
wasn't
that.
back again. And then
Wait,
you know what I
he
mean?
wasn't backed at Roma.
in the season after winning. He
Yeah,
wasn't
season
back.
after. Yeah. That's what it's all about. But then they say, then coach.
No, but we know that Mourinho's not he's that manager.
This season, Spurs fans are blaming injuries. Ten Hag won a trophy with injuries last season too. Jay, you were telling us a setback Ten Hag last season for this. To sack.
No, I think Ten Hag did well to win trophy. I'm just merely saying that winning a trophy isn't always the springboard for further success.
How
for
would
a
you
team?
know?
You can.
Well, for you lot, you lot needed that trophy.
Because I'm giving examples of managers who won trophies and it didn't springboard. Do you see what I mean? So I'm just saying, I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just giving you the alternative view of I'd seen enough from Mourinho to know that his style of football and what he was capable of doing
what
was
happened
not
in the
going to take
conference?
Spurs forward.
Why did you lot pull yourselves out of the Conference League, by the way?
We couldn't play a game because of COVID or something like that, and it was automatically not.
Jay, you need a headshot Levy if you want success. Yeah, I don't think you're ever going to get success under that guy.
Yes, I think it's very difficult, but you know, Spurs just need to. I think we need to. It's one of those things, like you know what, like honestly, like with a fifth. Go man.
I agree, Jamie. I'm just gonna say I agree, Jamie. I almost pity you. I kind of want to lose. I kind of want to lose in the Carabao just to give you a little something.
Thanks,
you know, do you know what I mean? Like,
thanks.
I hear it. Like, I do pity you. Your club. You know, but like I said, 50% of your fans are tramps.
Thanks. No, fair. I just think that Spurs, like, it's one of these things where the Spurs are quite a uniquely positioned club. We're seen as a relatively big club without the success. The fans are desperate for success. But it's funny because I would have conversations with the fans previous seasons and they'd always be like, top four is not success. Finishing in the top four isn't a trophy, blah, blah, blah. And now we're still in 3 competitions, but we're in mid-table. And they're like, sack the manager. I'm like, but you guys said the league table position wasn't important.
Anything salvageable right now, though. That's
of course, man. And I think the thing is winning a trophy will solve all the ails. And I feel like the difference between Ange winning a trophy and Mourinho winning a trophy is that fans want to believe. Fans like the style of football, but we think it's too risky. And I think Ange needs to understand, and like what Romero said, I hope Ange is saying similar things behind the scenes, because the squad's not good enough for what he's trying to do. Squad's clearly not good enough for his style of play. So in that situation, you've got 2 options. You have to invest in the squad and make it better, or you need to adapt your style of play. Now, both are at fault. The club for not investing more in the squad, and Ange in season 2, it's not season 1 anymore. So the adaptation is important. The tweaking, the results first, tactics second is what I'm looking for. But again, I've got time. I'm willing to be patient. I hope the board hold their nerve. I want the fans to hold their nerve. The fans are asking the board and club to do stuff that they're not willing to do. They're crying about Ange. Just have faith. Put pressure on the club to support the manager. Focus on the problem rather than being like Ange out. You can beat Ange out, or you could be upset with Ange. But what's going to change? We're going to get Marco Silva. We're going to get Thomas Frank. We're going to start another project. How about for once in our lives, we support the manager, we invest the money, we focus on what we need to do, and we see where we go. And that involves supporting the team. It involves, cheering the team on, understanding that this is in the final form. So, I'm asking the fans to do what they're asking the board to do. They're asking the board to spend millions of pounds and focus and support the manager. You do the fucking same. Don't be asking someone to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. Do you know what I mean?
That's the one, man. People keep smashing the likes if you haven't done so yet. Where's Monts, man? Where's Monts? Monts, put your camera back on, man. I know you're there. No, he's not there then. Liverpool's offer contracts to I think is it 3 or 4 players. You know, I think including who is it? Trent, Salah, Van Dijk, and another one. I believe there was another one. Was it Konate? Right, all looking for their signatures. It's all on the. It's all there now. Who's signing, man? Because you know what it is. I feel like I've got a feeling. Weirdly enough. Like, I think, oh God, why have I got this feeling they're all going to stay at this point?
I mean they
Because
might.
they're doing well.
They might, but I don't know, man. Like, I think it's very cheeky that Liverpool offered them their contracts now. Like, it should have been a lot earlier. Obviously, they're feeling a bit of the pressure because they know that come January the 1st, like Salah, Trent, and Van Dijk, teams can start speaking to them. And I guess it's just really going to come down to we all know that Trent wants to listen to other offers, but does Van Dijk and Salah? We'll find out. That's all it is, really. You know, like,
yeah, we need them to go.
I honestly,
at least half of them, we need them to go.
I honestly don't care who stays and who goes. To be honest,
I do. Salah needs to dip.
They want to do the heroic. They want to do the heroic.
Salah needs to go. Salah needs to
go.
The thing is, I see you said they can't afford. I think they can afford it, but I just don't think they want to put something on the table that's just not like viable in case they need to put a spin on the contract situation potentially. Like, it's only adding on an extra 50,000 on top potentially. It's just or whatever it may be. I don't think it's mad. I mean, do you know what I mean? But they'll do well to keep at least 3 out of 4 of them. I think Konate is going to stay. I mean, where else does he go in World Cup?
Konate probably stays.
Van Dijk probably stays because where does Van Dijk go? That
Madrid.
upgrade. Why?
Madrid needs centre backs.
Yeah, but they don't want another older centre back. They've already got one in Rudiger.
Yeah, but Van Dijk, the way Van Dijk plays, like, he could easily squeeze out another 4 years of him playing good, especially in the La Liga.
But I think they already said that they're looking for someone younger. No, that's the whole point of trying to get Euro. That's why they're trying to target Saliba.
Potentially, but I mean, like, they can't get Saliba on a free.
Yeah, I know that.
You know what I mean? They can get Van Dijk on a free, even if it's just like a little stopgap for 2 years. If Real Madrid turn their nose up at Van Dijk, that'd be crazy. What?
And then there's Trent. I mean, Trent's obviously, I don't know, man. That one there is confusing for me. Maybe it's true. Like, it's just all noise. He is a Liverpool boy at the end of the day. And then obviously the last one, me and Salah, is probably the mainstay one of what really happens with him. I think they'll do well to keep all of them, to be fair. I think that'll be like new signings in itself.
But I think Van Dijk, for me, Van Dijk and Salah, that's like, I also like, I don't want to defend the Liverpool owners, but I do think it's quite a tricky situation they're in. And because obviously, one, Edwards came back, yeah? So you have to understand some of these decisions are probably down to Klopp and where the club was before. Do you know what I mean? And maybe Klopp wanted to leave it for the new people. Maybe Klopp didn't want to enter in. Maybe they didn't want. I don't have enough information of specifically why it's been left here. But also, with Edwards and how they work very much like forward thinking. So I'm pretty sure they're coming in and they don't give a shit what Salah's done for Liverpool per se. They care about what he's going to do for Liverpool moving forward. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's a domino effect of doing deals. So if you do Salah first and he gets like 350, 400, then somebody else might. And listen, Hooks, you're an Arsenal fan. You've seen players get big contracts and then completely fall off within the next 6 months. We saw it with Ozil. We saw it with Aubameyang. To an extent, Walcott. You know, like not saying he dropped off, but I remember signing Dating Theo, and the levels weren't necessarily as good after he signed Dating. Do you know what I mean? So, So looking at it from this, I think Liverpool also would ask the question: do we want to be paying Trent 40 grand, 400 grand a week, 350 grand a week? You know, because from
he didn't cost them any. He didn't cost them anything. So
no, absolutely. But do you want to be paying that to your right back?
Well,
I'm not saying.
I think he's going to take the captaincy. If he stays, he's definitely taking the captaincy at some point. At one point, anyways.
Yeah.
So he's going to be the captain of Liverpool.
Yeah, I think that'll be amazing. I'm just looking at it from the point of view of Liverpool. What are they going to offer? I think Trent. They're all important players, but you know, if you lose Trent, maybe you stylistically change. You know, you buy a different kind of player or things like that. But I think Salah and Van Dijk get done. and I'm not sure about Trent. Like, because
I need Trent to stay now, so they can come and get the low. Do you know what I mean?
What?
I need that 45, 50 million bid for Delo. Like I really do.
Do you think anyone would bid 50 million for Delo?
Yeah, he's still a solid right back. He's a
I
right.
don't- Is he a 40 million, 50 million right back?
He's better. Name me ones that are better than him
40.
realistically in world football like that. Realistically, like that's attainable.
Like they could, I suppose. I mean, who's in the Premier League then? I mean, there's some solid right backs in the Premier League.
That's the Premier League as well. But I'm just saying, like, for them, go get me 45 million from Delo. Like, I need someone. I need to go get your Patrick Dorgues of the world, or they're saying Tyler Dibling's worth about 21 million or whatever the hell they said. Go grab them. I need wing backs. I need solid players that are left footed as well.
You see about Delo?
No, but I said I need Trent to stay so Delo can go.
See, now you don't get to do that now. Guys, you don't get to do that.
Well, I'm in a win-win
You
situation.
spent a total of about 5 hours laughing at me about Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah. Kaz, are we going to talk about Dan Ashworth?
We spoke about that. Really.
Because I was like, because my thing about Dan Ashworth, Kaz, really quickly is, why do you not? So to me now, this makes me really interested, right? Because I know all of us being cuts, but you chased Ashworth for 7 months. He worked for you for 5 months. Yeah. Like, obviously, so far, your Ineos obviously renewed Ten Hag.
This is about Liverpool,
got rid of Ashworth. So who says that Amorim? So based off the decision making that your club's been making, are you worried about the hire of Amorim?
No, because it wasn't Ashworth, it was Barada and the rest of them.
Right, but the lack of joined up thinking, is that not telling you like there's a lack of joined up thinking?
But if there's a lack of joined up thinking, they just got rid of the one that had a lack of joined up thinking, who wanted Marco Silva and Thomas Frank and had a lack of options. Okay. So Ratcliffe in the end said he's not the guy he thought it had to be. They thought he was more of an operations manager than a director of football because his contacts were very, very limited and outsourced.
So it was a mistake. Everything's rosy over there. Don't worry.
I was going to say,
I don't. I look. All in all, I personally don't care. Like,
how do you not care?
Yeah. Because this conversation's for another show. Just know Cass was laughing at Specs saying we took your guy and all of this.
Yeah, but it's all, yeah, but either way, I think the more funny thing is like we took your chain and we dashed your chain away. Like it is what it is, and the thing is with that, he's replacing.
When Bowley hired people, did we not turn and say Bowley doesn't know what he's doing? That's what we also said. Bowley doesn't know what he's doing. So when United are doing the same thing.
Literally the same thing.
Well, when Christian Vivel came in, it's already.
He was there for a year, Kaz. By the way, he was there for a year. He went there for 5 months.
When Christian Vivel's been in, he's done more than what. Apparently, anyways, he's done more than what Ashworth was doing. When Amram came in, Ashworth took a holiday, and my man said, "Fuck that."
What I'd say from now is that let's just keep it a buck. Before the breaking news of Dan Ashworth randomly leaving Man United, not a bad word was muttered about him up until that second.
I don't have.
I'll tell you that right now. Not a word. How about this? If anything, he was mentioned amongst the positives. If anything, it was like Barada, Ashworth.
All the club had to do was
he was signing up the season.
All the club had to do was say, "Oh yeah, he was the one who wanted Ten Hag to stay and Southgate."
Exactly.
Like, the thing is, it's more like
and then he went on their knees and went,
foremost,
fair enough.
Who is they? And second of all,
I didn't
say, but I never said Dan Ashworth did a bad job or whatever. Like because some of the deals that he did, I'm quite fond of. Like, do you know what I mean? That he worked on. So
which one are you?
Hey, Monts, remember 8 out of 10 window.
I've said this like now 3 times. Yeah, he got like I said, the fake outrage from United fans is ridiculous. Yeah, the fake outrage is like cool. He got Xerxes amortized when they won it. He had a release clause. He got what's he called? He's the one that scouted out Mazraoui. Do you know what I mean? And whatnot. He got it for a cheap deal. I thought the Lick deal was quite well as well. The way that got amortized in the end, and the way that got worked, and whatnot. So again, and there was a couple deals that he didn't also work on because it was Vivel that did them. But at the same time, it's just like I don't really care. Like we will never know if it's a good or bad thing until the upcoming windows, because all of a sudden United get a January window and get a couple man in, or summer, and then you forget anyways. So we'll see how detrimental it really is. or not? If
No,
there's
no
if
one's,
so
no
far-
one's
so
saying it's
far, yeah,
detrimental.
what
No
signing
one's
in the
saying it's
summer?
detrimental. We're just saying on the bait on the. This is nothing deep. There's no complexity to this point. You man were talking up Radcliffe.
yeah,
No, sorry, not Rag. Sorry, not Rag. You were talking up Dan Ashworth, and now that he's left, he's all of a sudden he's one of Satan's greatest warriors. Like it's.
yeah, but I don't know if someone doesn't get along with whatever you've got going on, and you're trying to build a harmony in a club that's being very toxic, and he doesn't fit the bill of your direction, then calm. I don't really see what the issue is. I don't think Dan Ashworth is a crap. I don't think he's bad at his job. I think he's quite good at his job, from what I can tell.
But Kaz, listen. I do a lot of recruitment for a lot of big companies and stuff. And if 3 months or 4 months down the line, a hire didn't work out because there wasn't clarity as to what that person's duties and responsibilities were and what that person was meant to be doing, and the person I got was different, then I have to ask the question: what the fuck was I doing in those interviews?
Yeah, but
what was I asking this person for me to find out 4 months later that he's not fitting in?
Well,
Why did I hire this person before I hired the person above him?
Well, Ratcliffe already came out and
the
said
opportunity to sack that person.
Right,
It's illogical. It's illogical decision making.
I hear what you're saying, but he's already come out.
Decision making.
He's already come out. He's already come out and said, "Clearly, we didn't do our due diligence good enough." Like he said, there will be mistakes.
So that's twice now.
Big up Radcliffe for that. But again, the way the fan base was going on about Ashworth, this is the real. This is the uncomfortable bit of the conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the uncomfortable bit of the conversation.
No, it's not even that, one. It's not even that. It's the fans just doing the whole Kaz gimmick of like, oh, it is what it is. It don't matter.
We don't care.
Yeah,
that's the reason.
She's dead anyway, man.
Yeah, like
because the same.
She's dead anyway. Thing.
A few months ago, you were twerking for England, man. About the structures in place.
You
now
can't
it's I don't care anyway.
Anyone else here, you can't do the revisionism, your family, because we talk about fan bases. No, we can't do the fan bases. Let's not go on like your whole fan base was in an anarchy flipping not even that long ago about your ownership situation. We didn't do it stream after stream about it.
So let's not do
just because it worked. Just because one sec. Just because it worked out, like I'm not trying to hear that from because you're smiling and getting giddy. You're actually deflecting massively. No. But the thing is, Jay's asking relevant questions, and I think Monts can do it as well. And I feel like any other situation is calm. No, it's not, because I'm talking about it. But with you in particular, when you're trying to act like your shit don't stink, when it's only just worked out for you just now.
What's this got to do with Man United?
Because at the end of the day, clearly,
it's deflecting. I don't get
I'm not deflecting, because I'm saying our situation. I'm just saying our situations are very similar. Look, you're gonna.
I know this, Kaz, but what's that?
Wait, you just said I know that both. If you're gonna get a new situation in terms of your club, you're gonna make mistakes along the way. No, yes or no? No. Answer the question. No, answer the question. So you agree? So in that respect, then, Ches. Respectfully, like you told Jay, shut up.
Let me expand my point. Yeah.
No, I don't need to expand your point, because it's not even about United. This is about.
I don't know why you're getting so rattled.
Now you're throwing out the rattle card. I'm not rattled, bro. I'm trying to. They're not in the.
I like the Man United. Listen, Kaz, obviously, like, I haven't had the time to go back to the Dan Ashworth streams that we did in it, But I still have to in the noggin. It's in the noggin, in it. It is in the noggin, Kaz. And you were incredibly shameless.
Yeah, of course. Because for me, United ain't had no structure or trying to put in structure. But what I'm not trying to get to is Man United fans that want to have fake outrage. You talk about United not being ruthless enough. There you go. There's a ruthless decision. You talk about getting. I don't subscribe to it, because on paper, respectfully, shush, because I'm talking.
But I'm relating to your point.
But I don't care.
Let him finish.
For me, like a player, on paper, they sound great. But in reality, they might not work out. Same way with Ashworth, with his credentials. On paper, it sounds good. United ain't exactly had a sporting director for forever. That's actually worked in football, not as a banker. We're allowed to get a little bit more giddy or something like that. But if it hasn't worked out, then it hasn't worked out. It's as simple as that. It's like you gassed up Xerxes, but now he's in question. On paper, it sounds great. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I'm looking at it.
No, but
Like,
I
if
agree with you.
he made
I'm
a
actually
mistake,
agreeing with you here.
We're not
You know what I
saying you
mean?
shouldn't have sacked him. We're not saying
Come
you
on,
shouldn't
come
have
on.
sacked
Can I explain? Because Kaz actually thinks I'm trolling. I'm actually agreeing with him because I was in the same position 2 years ago where people were telling me my board's a mess. And I was like, nah, it's not a mess, man. They're just sorting things out. It'll work out. And look where we are now. So I'm vindicated. But what I don't want to hear is this gimmick of, oh, I don't mind. They got rid of him anyway. And
I'm
he
not
wasn't the
crying
right guy
about
for
it,
the
though.
job. 3-4 months ago, Kaz,
I never said he
was
wasn't.
this one guy.
But you just done what you done towards Monts. You're saying stuff that I never said, or you're accusing me
Wait,
of
so
things.
you were, hey, Monts, he
I
wasn't
don't.
happy about that? Ashworth.
You
Say that
cannot.
again.
You
Say
can
that
be
again.
happy about it.
Yeah,
But I'm
that's what
saying
I'm saying,
no.
Kaz.
But you're trying to say I'm crying behind the mask. When I say I don't care, it's because it's a replaceable person in football. I truly don't care if he's there or not. I'm not saying he was crap. I'm not saying he was amazing. Because I will never. 5 months is not enough to judge someone if they're crap or they're amazing. If he doesn't work out because he
It
doesn't
was
get along
enough for
with
Ineos.
so it is what it is, isn't it? That's what I'm saying.
I think you can look at it two ways, innit? You can look at it like the way Cass looked at it and goes, you know what? I like that they're being ruthless. I like that the board has seen their mistake and they haven't just stuck with it to see what happens. But you could also look at it as like what Jay said. What the fuck was going on in the first place for them to make that decision? And on top of that, because everyone goes, obviously, the whole Ineos thing is like the new gen. It's like, you know, things are going well upstairs. Well, things can't be going as well as people think upstairs if man are being fired after 5 months. So there's two ways you can look at it, innit? There's two ways. And obviously, you're going to want to look at it in a more optimistic way that you've been ruthless. I'm a Liverpool fan, so fuck United. I'm looking at the fact that what the hell was going on in the first place. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the listen, Casual, you'll know more than me. Like, I don't know which exact signings he had a proper hand in, whether it might have been all of them. You know what I'm saying? You said he had something to do with the Mazraoui signing. Was he a big part of the Mazraoui signing?
The Bundesliga, he had help with Vivel in that part because that's more his area, but Xerxes was definitely his signing.
Yeah, I know.
He worked on the Mazraoui. He worked on the Mazraoui and the Lick signing.
The Mazraoui signing, the only good thing about Man United this season, he's worked on. The only good thing about Man United this whole season is Mazraoui.
To your point, because in the summer it was 8 out of 10 window. It was our squad is good enough to get top 5. I was hearing in general. Man, tell me if I'm wrong, by the way. Interrupt me. Now all of a sudden it's Amran hasn't got a good enough squad to get top 4, top 5, top 6. I don't really get how a better manager comes in and the expectation drops lower.
Reality hit them
because
they realize the players aren't that good.
That doesn't make sense to me because if
that's what we were
so
saying
bad,
before.
They just now know the squad is even worse than they thought.
Well, because he's not exactly. We've never played as a back three.
I see it, man. 100%.
Yeah, but I've never seen it. But again, if it was fullbacks, United probably be in a more comfortable situation to play inverted and all that kind of stuff. But when you've got someone that needs to play that and at a very attacking wing back and whatnot, and you don't have the players for it, you can be a better manager. Because let's not act like we was just talking about when we played Arsenal or something that you can see there's something there, but the players just can't do that role. They just literally don't have enough of those type of players.
So are you needing to buy players for this one manager then? Because that's like the old regime.
That's how it works.
But isn't no way? Hold on. Man, them on this panel, yeah, wasn't the whole reason why they didn't want to do that in the past is because they kept on buying players for managers. So when those managers didn't work out, they had to keep resetting. And now Kaz is telling me they need to do the exact same thing again.
So Ineos have just come in this summer. Agati can play in these roles.
No, am I going wrong here? Is my analysis wrong?
But they've already got. But at the same time, you need to build for a manager. Everyone else's managers, either from Oli or Mourinho, whatever. The whole point is trying to build around someone. That's why they call it a project manager. No,
I thought the whole point of the Ineos coming in was to build for the club,
a team, regardless.
I do believe you have to.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You do, but you have to do a bit of both. You have to buy for the manager, but at the same time, you have to get your club signings. That's how it works. Yes, you do. The manager will want a certain type of player in his club. Don't get me wrong, but you have to buy for the club. So in the next, like when you say buy for the club, you need like technical, athletic players if you want to keep up with elite football. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't mean you don't go and buy someone required for that system. This is where I have to start questioning people. Are you idiots or are you idiots to not work this one out?
No, but I think what Chez is trying to say.
I'd like to be idiot.
Do you think it was more Ashworth?
Hey, man, backing me up. Hey, man, thanks for backing me up, man.
I think what Chez is trying to say.
Last thing, do you think? Obviously, there was the news about him being in favor of giving Ten Hag the new contract after he won the FA Cup.
That was a howler.
Do you think that's true? Do you think it's on Ashworth that you got a contract?
The thing is, the one thing I'm going to criticize Ineos with is then they've just admitted they've done something illegal, innit?
What do you mean?
Did they?
Well, Ratcliffe was just talking about the whole situation with Ten Hag to keep him on, which because Dan Ashworth and whatnot were, you know, like they were egging him on to keep him and whatnot and to build upon that. But Dan Ashworth didn't start till the 1st of July. So that means he's been on the blower beforehand before you signed him up to the club where he's officially allowed to start.
Or they just dashed him under the bus because they don't want to seem like, you know, the new age, the new gen.
No, because we're not idiots.
Is that a possibility? I didn't realize that.
Of course, they could have dashed it on a vote thing, on a The Boys.
It is on a garden league right now. It is it's illegal. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to work. You're not allowed to start until you're.
Can we go back to my original point?
No,
I think it's important.
It's giving vote vibes.
Illegal.
Like fire Starlight, then dash her under the bus.
Monts, let's go back to why Man United the 13th because I need to go back to his point because Kaz he's saying stuff.
I'm trying. By the way, I'm trying to end the show because I got Monts' show. Bro. I'm trying to be on it for a long.
We haven't really spoken about United, which isn't fair.
Because they're not a part of the title. Because they're not.
Chez, you can speak about Big Six Lads if you want. So, like, you know.
You know what I mean?
Is Kaz on there too?
Of course he is. Of course he is.
So once again, we come on a stream where we talk about United or something that's not in the title because you a lot are just. Honestly, sometimes I have to question you, man. After this season, because now I can't talk about that later. Cheers. After this season, Salah coming on for the peanut head Henri, Dan James with Napier back in the what?
Calling Henri a peanut head is actually the foulest sort. Sorry, Hooks. Don't even.
Yeah, it's just like.
Unfortunately, that's not happening to Salah. When a similar thing happened 2 years ago, Salah still got 45 GA the next season.
GA hype, man. GA hype.
Monts, what are you saying today? Rio, that new guy that came from Chelsea, I think.
You know how we basically we're through in the champs, innit? So we're trying to see Trainioni minutes, trying to see Rio minutes.
Wait, why are you through? By the way,
we got 15 out of 15 points.
Yeah, but is it? Are you say like mathematically you can still fall out?
Yeah, I think it's just a draw. I think we just need a draw and then mathematically through.
Okay.
Also, favourites for the Champions League. Perfect.
I end the fucking stream, man.